Got it. So yeah, the green ones are the ones we did last week, and the yellow ones are the ones we're doing today. The ones we did last week are basically the easier ones to remember. These are the ones where the mnemonics are a little bit more obvious. But the ones we're doing today, a lot of them look like each other. So this will get progressively more difficult, but hopefully your ability to create mnemonics and then use the mnemonics is going to get better. It's almost a skill in itself to be able to use mnemonics. So let's start with the first set 6. First one is ni. So I stole this from a page. This is showing a needle, and then I've spelt cotton with a K because this is basically here ko. This is the character for ko. So we start with this vertical stroke, the needle and cotton. Needle and cotton. And just like last week, guys, if I can ask you to draw your mnemonic as well. When you've done about, oh, actually, we've got a little bit more time. Let's do a few more. Remember to try and say the mnemonic as well, guys, when you're doing this. Say it out loud, even if your daughters think you're mad. Nothing's going to stop that now, Kim.
That's right.
Okay, should we do the next one, guys? Next one. So all three of these actually start with this initial vertical stroke. The next one is ha. So I made this one. This is a hat stand, the vertical part. So we draw the hat stand first, and then we show a person putting his hat on. So there's this single hat here. Ha for hat. Take your hat from the hat stand. Okay, let's go on to the last of this set. So again, this starts off with a vertical, and we can build on the ha by saying there's another hat which hovers above the first one. So it's this one here, ho. So we just draw the hovering hat first, and then we draw the other person underneath it.
But in order of strokes, you first draw the top stroke, and then
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
and then
yeah, so draw the hovering bit first. Yeah, this you can see
yeah.
on the animation here. This bit happens
Yeah,
first.
true.
Yeah. Again, this is like the ko. These two here are basically ko again, like we had on ni. We've got ko here as well. There's ko here too. But better to remember it as a mnemonic than anything else. Okay, let's go on to the next
So
section.
you just said hello in Chinese, ni hao.
Ah, ni hao, yeah. Okay, set 7. This is fairly easy, isn't it? This is he, so I imagine this being a haystack. Haystack.
Anytime.
Is
the first leg always shorter than the second one?
It's a good question. So if you, with a pen, if you're writing quickly, you can usually get away with just drawing a kind of triangle. But basically, you're right. The right style of this is that this is shorter, and then this finishes slightly lower. So this isn't a perfect 90 degrees either. This is like 100-degree angle here. And then, yeah, this should be shorter, and then this should flow down a bit further. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I have a kind of funny, my own sort of story of the history of these, which is that one day they decided in Japan, hundreds of years ago, they decided to convert all of the kanji into hiragana. So the master printer, he was assigned with ho, and you can see here, like, you know, this looks fairly similar actually, doesn't it? There's a vertical stroke here, and there's a vertical stroke here, and then there's this kind of box here, and there's a kind of box here, and there's this bit of stuff at the bottom, and this here, and then it was then he gave hair to his apprentice. So his apprentice had to do this one, and his apprentice wanted to go home early, so he just did this. Anyway, next one is ma. This looks a little bit like ha, so we have to be a bit careful to not confuse these. Very difficult to find a mnemonic for this. So I just imagined there was a man with his arms outstretched saying it's massive. And he also has really big feet as well. You see, so he's got long, thick outstretched arms, and he's also got really big, massive feet. Excuse me. Okay, ready for the next one? This is a funny one, actually. I originally learnt this by knowing the Japanese word for bow, like a bow and arrow, which is a yumi. Yumi, and this was supposed to look like a bow. There's the bow, there's the arrow, there's the person pulling it. But this can be a bit difficult if you don't know this. So instead, this one I picked up from a website, which is 21st birthday. Whose birthday is it? It's me. Happy 21st birthday to me. This does look a little bit like a 2 and then a 1. Happy 21st birthday to me. Okay. One more. Okay, let's move on. Next set is yo. Like I stole this, as you can see. This is a person holding a yo-yo, but we have to draw his arm first, and then we draw the string and then the yo-yo at the bottom. Yo. Okay, last one. more than halfway through. I thought you might like this one, Rabbit, Harry. So there's supposed to be a rabbit with flat ears. This bit here can be a little bit bigger than what's written in a printed one. So as you can see here, this is a little bit longer here. And then you draw the back of its head and then the rest of its body. Rabbit with floppy ears. Ra, ra.
Andy, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
This one is confusing for me. With the U, is the first dot always short or?
Ah, this bit here.
Yeah.
This is basically the same as U.
So how do you differ between U and Ra?
So let me just draw it for you.
The vertical stroke.
Yeah, exactly, the vertical stroke.
It's
So
longer then.
there's U on the top there, and there's Ra. Yeah. Let me just do it a little bit more distinctive, actually. Hang on. You're right, they do look quite similar, don't they? There we go. So
Like on the PowerPoint, yes.
Yeah, the U here though, this whole curl part is the largest section of the character, whereas on Ra, this vertical part is quite a large part of it before you get this turn. Yeah. Okay, last one. Okay, and Li. So this is again slightly difficult one to find a good mnemonic for this. So I just imagine ribbons, hanging ribbons, and you draw the first bit hanging down and then return for the second part hanging down. Before you start drawing this, guys, can I just draw your attention to something? We just draw sort of printed version of this. If you look at the screen a second. So the Hiragana Ri is on the left, so it's slightly curvy. And you don't have to join up the first and the second strokes, they can be independent. And then the katakana Ri looks almost exactly the same. It's just there's no sort of curvature to the first stroke. It's very straight and linear with no change in balance. But you can do these as two. I mean, if you do either of these, then you'd be recognized. It doesn't have to be this kind of flourish that's on the screen here. This joining here, this doesn't have to be there. This can be two independent strokes. Yeah. Okay, last one, guys. Three, six, nine. 1, 2, 3. I've got 2 more sets to do. Set 9. Okay, this is tricky, and we don't often use it a lot either. But let me just talk you through the two mnemonics, and then you can maybe choose the one that you want to do the most. The way that I originally learned this was to remember that everybody wants some tender, loving care, some TLC, and you can draw this as TLC, TLC. Or the one I saw in a book was somebody saying, "Oh, the water is too cold." You can almost visualize from this character. You can see the person putting their arms out, putting their foot into the pool, going, "Oh, it's cool, it's cold." So whichever one works for you. Okay, last one, guys. You might want to make a note that this character is only used these days to do sushi o kudasai, this o, to mark an object. So it's never actually pronounced wo, it's only pronounced o, and it's only used in this context to mark an object. Say, hon o yomimasu. We don't use it anywhere else in Japanese. It's got this sole use to do this. Okay, you're gonna you're gonna like this one. How to do a mnemonic for given this is the symbol. So I thought across Noah. So if you draw a cross and then you write no, you get this across. So imagine Noah is very angry for being stuck on the ark with lots of animals. He's a very cross Noah. Noah across no Yeah, it took me about an hour to think of this. This is why I'll never be a rich man. If you can think of a better mnemonic, then please send me an email to.
I mean, it's clearly a pirate on a ship going, ah.
I could have done this, yeah. It's just difficult to try and link it to the thing afterwards though. Yeah. Last one, guys. Can you see in your drawing of A, can you see a capital A? No, this was the only mnemonic that I found on almost every website to identify how to recognize an A, is to say, oh look, there's a kind of a capital A just there. Therefore, you should be able to recognize it as A. So, oh, right, okay, that's really helpful. Doesn't actually help you write it, or yeah, you kind of have to, like you said, Kim, you have to kind of turn your head like this to see it anyway. Oh no, I can see it now. It's supposed to be this part here. That's the legs of the A, and there's the crossbar. So, oh, forget it. So yeah, this is why I come up with this ridiculous across Noah. Okay, ooh. This was difficult as well. So it only just shows this man pulling your weight, going, ooh, that's heavy. Ooh. And this, like Tom, you said, this ooh, this first stab can be like the beginning of ra, just a 10.
I just remembered U as in laying U on the side.
Lying down, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a few did this as well, and I thought that's probably better than this one, but yeah, I wasn't sure whether people might forget how to do this little dot at the top if you did it without it. Yeah. Okay, last one, guys. Last set for today. Oh, what's that doing there? I'll find out later. Oh, this is quite a nice one. Oh, a hole in one. So we draw the flag first, then drop down into the hole, and then we draw the ball afterwards.
Does that differ in sound from what?
No, it sounds exactly the same. So when you say sushi or kudasai, then this can, you might mistake and put this one in. So we have to remember to put in war instead, but its pronunciation is exactly the same. Okay. Oh, we've got two more to do, haven't we? This one. Yeah, this is also a tricky one as well. This starts to blend into looking like others as well. So the only way I could get this is to draw this fish first, like this, and then draw this. Guys, can you look at the screen a second before you start going off? You don't have, this is very stylized. You don't have to draw it continuously like this. The way that this is normally done printed is like this. So you do this as one stroke, and then you draw the, excuse me, you then draw the knife going through it afterwards. Yeah, like this, for example. You stab the fish. Okay, last one, guys. And last character for today is, we use this a lot, so it's important to memorize this well. Again, this is quite a difficult one to make a thing on, so I like to make one myself. Imagine a katana on the shoulder. So this first part is your shoulder with your elbow and your hand, and then we put the katana on there next, and then we draw the sagya coming off of it. Just in case you are also inquisitive, the word for shoulder is kata. Kata. So you can say kata ni katana o oku. Also starts with ka. Okay, last one. Okay. Right, let's just do some exercises first, just to try and embed them and find where our weak spots are. If I can ask you to start a clean sheet, have your list of hiragana to the side slightly so you can look at them if you need to, but keep it out of eyesight for a second. And then I'd like you to write 2 times each character as I read them out, please. So the first one is yo. Yo. Think of the mnemonic. Yo. look at the mnemonic if you've got it. Sentence was a yo-yo. Remember? Yo-yo. Number 2 is me. Me. Happy birthday to me. Okay, number 3. I'll help you with this one, Harry. Ra. Ra. It's your name.
Is Ra?
Ra.
Ah,
Ra.
Ra.
Ra. Yeah. It must be hot there, Monia. I can hear the cicadas.
Ah,
It
yes.
must be hot where you are. I can hear the cicadas. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have the earphones. I cannot. That's too noise.
It's so noisy. Wow. Oof,
Today, yes.
really. Oof. Okay, number 4. Ma. Ma. Massive. Number 5 is ri. 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 Think of ribbons if you can't remember. Number 6 is he. He. Haystack. Number 7 is war. War. Everyone wants TLC, don't they? War. Number 8 is ho. Ho. We should probably have started with ha, but I've jumped into ho first. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho. Number 9 is ah. Ah. A very angry biblical character. Ah.
What was this one?
Ah. It's a very angry biblical character. See, you laugh, but the more ridiculous they are, the more chance you'll remember them. Number 10 is ha. Ha. Put it on your head. Ha. Number 11 is oo. Ooh. Ooh. This is heavy. I think you actually own one for this, Annika. Forgotten already.
O and oo.
Sorry. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh,
Not,
yeah.
not oh. Yeah.
And I thought about oh.
Okay, number 12 is o. O. But just the single vowel o. Oh, all in one. Number 13 is ni. Ni. Needle and cotton. So think of drawing a needle and then the cotton. Uh, 14 is you. You stab the fish. You. And the last one, 15, is ka. Ka. The katana on the shoulder. Ka. Okay, guys, can you put your hands up if you have problems? As I read the characters out, can you put your hands up if you have problems with it? Okay, yo. 1. Me. 1, 2, 3. Ra. 1. Ma. 1. Uri. 3. He. Good. War. War. 2 of you. Ho. 1 of you. Ah. You. Ha. Good. 10, 11. Ooh. Ooh. A bit. O. 2. Ni. 2. You. 1. And ka. 1. Okay. So I can see which ones you don't have to worry about, which is ha and ha. That's it. Yo was quite. Oh, yo isn't too problematic either, and neither is But if you can, guys, if you can look at me and ri on your sheet that you wrote at the beginning, have a look at me and ri. These are the real sticky points. And most of all, try and look at the mnemonic more than anything else. This is the thing that is a deal breaker, really.
The re is reminding me of another one, and I think it is ke.
Yeah, they do look similar. You've got these two vertical strokes, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's only the horizontal that is missing.
Yeah, although with I'm just.
Is there a difference in?
Yeah, there is in the balance. Yeah, let me just draw it for you. I think I can draw on this. Can you see this okay, this screen?
Yes.
So with Li, there's a significant difference in the length of these strokes, like this, whereas Ke is basically the same length. Like this. So you can write Li like this, almost like a Y, whereas this is very much basically two equal strokes, and this one has a horizontal across them.
Okay, that was a little bit confusing me.
Yeah. It's, I mean, these all become much easier to recognize when you practice more and more, and you, especially if you do the kind of if you learn the detail like you guys are doing in the normal class of actually drawing them with a brush and kind of focusing on the individual detail, it becomes much easier to read and write. Let's do a few more exercises. Okay, so can I ask you to we'll do it really slowly, one at a time. I'll ask you to say out loud what these are. Okay, some of these are repeats from last week as well. Kim, shall I try the first one?
Hitomi.
Good, hitomi, good. And Harry, second one?
Kotoshi.
Good, kotoshi. And Monya, third one? Oh, you're muted, Monya.
Coranto.
Good, coranto. And Annika, number 4?
Mirin.
Mirin, good. And Tom, number 5?
Konorikai.
Very good, konorikai, good. And number 6, Kim?
Hegi. Hegi.
Oh, this is a he here with
He?
the 10.
And
So these little 2 dots, they change the he to b.
B.
Yeah.
Hebi.
Hebi. Yeah, this means
Hebi.
snake. Yeah. Harry, number 7.
The second one is you.
Good.
The third one is re. E?
This is E, exactly.
Okay.
E.
Yuri.
Now this is a shoulder with a sword placed on the shoulder.
Ka.
Ka.
Doesn't look very. It looks quite different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the different. The trouble with the fonts is that with stylized font, if you only learn the stylized fonts, some of these are more difficult to distinguish. So can you say this word again?
Ka U E.
Good. Kayui. Yes, this means ichi. And Monya, number 8.
Okanai.
Kanai. Good. And Annika, number 9.
Katana.
Very good. Katana. Number 10. Tom.
Kodachi.
Good. Kodachi. Kim, number 11.
Kirin.
Yes, Kirin, important word in Japan. It's the
What
the
does it
name.
mean?
It's the first, the most principal made beer.
Oh.
It's like Heineken in Japan. Yeah.
Mm.
Number 12, Harry.
Kinoko.
Good. Kinoko. Excellent. Number 13, Monya.
Mitsu.
Mitsu. Good. Number 14, Annika.
Two at the second, and the first is I'm not sure.
I know this also looks a little bit different to the stylized version, but this is an arm holding a toy which goes down.
Yotsu.
Yotsu. Good. That's it. Tom, number 15.
Nanatsu.
Very good. Nanatsu. Kim, number 16.
Toka.
Good. Harry, number 17.
Nanoka.
Very good. 18, Monya.
Schneider.
Good. Annika, number 19.
Kihon.
Yeah, good. And last one, 20, Tom.
Tachi o kashite.
Very good. Well done, guys. Reading's a lot easier, isn't it, than doing the writing off the top of your head? Really? Oh, you got through these a lot more reliably than you did the writing. Cool, good. Okay, I think that was all of the, yeah, that's all the exercise we've got, guys. In fact, that's the hour done as well. So, sorry, give me a second. Right, so guys, next week I'm going to, we still have the Go session tomorrow evening, but next week I'm going to take a holiday from the Japanese because I'm getting Zoom headaches. So what I'd really recommend though is if you can just practice hiragana as much as you can. It's really good. What I think I told you before, what Wukash did. He got some post-it notes and wrote the names of things in hiragana and attached them to things around the house. So he's on the door, he wrote in hiragana door, and then I don't know, light switch denki, and just put a post-it note on it, and then daughter musume on his daughter's forehead, yeah, and oksan on Anya's head, yeah. Oh, just write it directly is fine as well. Musume. What's her name, Kim?
She calls Len.
Len. That's her name, Len.
Yes. Yes.
Is that short for something?
No.
Oh, okay, it's a shame. If it was short for Leonardo or something like that, Leonardo, all the way around her face.
No, it's just a short. Lenn.
Ah. Len. Oh, that's 3 characters then. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a nice weekend, and see some of you tomorrow. If not,
Have
I'll
a
see you
nice
in a couple of weeks.
day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao. See you tomorrow.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Congratulations, Italy.
Boring.
Sorry.
Boring.
Bye.
Boring. Bye.
Bye.